Here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, every year under Shaka Smart, Marquette has gone to the NCAA tournament, including a Sweet 16 appearance last year. Marquette is currently a tournament team for Mike DeCourcy, but they're trying to find their footing again. The Golden Eagles are third in the Big East right now. They could get up to possibly all the way to the top if St. John's were to lose a couple. That would be tough to do, but they're trying to find themselves again. Jason Benetti, Bill Raftery. How does Shaka and Marquette do that?
You're thinking Big East. They're thinking NCAA.
Absolutely. Both.
A seed line, no question about it. They get it by guarding. We know they can turn people over, open floor opportunities. They really decimated Providence in the earlier game. Providence certainly has to value the basketball, or they're going to be put away.
Yeah, we will see how Providence can do after the first meeting when 22 turnovers. Starting lineups sponsored by Jeep. There's only one for the Friars, who have been so decimated with injuries this year. They do get Corey Floyd Jr. back in the starting lineup. And Marquette, the graphic, we don't even have to change it. Any Marquette game, it's always the same starting lineup.
And you look at Providence, it's a small guys game here. So you can see a lot of dribble drive and kicks. We saw them working on it today. They've got to make a lot of threes.
If you need any construction done, all the folks are here in the
They
in
did.
the
They
crowd.
finally arrived. You know, this is one of my favorite cities.
It's a great city, isn't it? Good
There's
people.
nothing to do to the distilleries in town at all. It's just people are so nice and kind, and they love their basketball.
Off we go. Providence gets it first.
And right now, Marquette goes a little Jason Benetti.
And that man-to-man was rough on Providence in the first meeting. A plus 17 turnover margin for Marquette back on New Year's Eve.
You've got to meet the aggressive mentality of Marquette. A lot of show and nice find, but unfortunately unable to come up with it.
Arunse wasn't able to make the catch, and Marquette will have it for the first time. Marquette, as of today, according to Mike DeCourcy, is a 6th seed in the NCAA tournament, but room to grow certainly. They're at UConn next Wednesday. They finish with St. John's here at home.
And the birthday youngster coughed it up.
Yeah, happy birthday, Cam Jones. You get him anything?
No, I'm thinking of something,
Okay.
but something appropriate.
There's Kim English, year number 2 as the Providence head coach, but certainly missing Bryce Hopkins. Devin Carter obviously left after the year.
It's almost not a fair deal, really.
Right.
All these talented kids unable to perform. And yet they compete. I'm thinking of the 2 St. John's games where they were right there in both of them.
Got losses by 2 in each of those.
Nice ball fake. You've got to take that.
Drive by Pierre, the kick, Rich Barron clangs the 3. Offensive rebound for Floyd.
Well, they got speed and can get to the rim a little bit, and Marquette not a great defensive rebounding team.
Trickled off for Floyd. Gold has the rebound. There's Chase Ross, who shot it well the last couple games. 4 threes. Here's Jones. Nobody's around.
Goodness, how does he get a look like that? Tardy cover. Peculiar but effective, huh? That delivery.
And there's the 3 for Bensley Joseph. That is his 60th 3 of the year.
See them laying right off of Mitchell. They're going to give him that look.
Stevie Mitchell misses the 3. Offensive rebound. Joplin runs it down.
And taking advantage of size here. Wow. Just post up. Automatic switch. Nice hustle.
Barron against Gold. Nice job by Gold to use the body.
Absolutely.
And that's down from the corner, so it's a hit for Barron and a 6-0 lead.
And all the blue shirts didn't get back and cover. Wide open drive.
Gold out of the corner, and that's the first bucket for Marquette.
And both of us agreed earlier today, he's got to turn it up a notch, I think, for this team. Got a great stroke, pick and pop game.
That type of possession is exactly what they hoped for when they got him, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, no question. Big show, nice cover in the back by Mitchell. Boy, these kids are so well schooled.
Barron probing. Killed the dribble, got to shoot.
Everybody stayed at home.
Joseph. caught iron, and the rebound Marquette. I'm just happy Marquette scored because everybody sat down in front of us.
See that corner. Going right, loves to come back.
Gold again. That would have been big news if he hit the first two.
Clean looks they're getting, though.
Jaden Pierre, the junior out of New Jersey, double figures and 8 straight for him.
When they're Runcie on the floor, though, on the other end, they can block it. Anything at the rim, he's a factor. And here, they look to just turn and go up strong.
He does.
Him very high on him. And big upside, feels he can be a talented contributor.
Mitchell bags a 3, and that is huge for Marquette.
Absolutely. And then you got to think a few times now, how often are we going to give him an open look? He does so many other things to contribute to the cause for Marquette.
Good news so far for Providence is they have avoided those live ball turnovers they saw in the first meeting. Barron hit one earlier, rebound Gold.
Open look again.
Gold, number 2 tonight.
And the big guy just couldn't come out and cover. That's the one guy you got to track him. Nice give back. Little nylon from New Zealand.
42 threes this year. He has shot it pretty well at 36%, but not at a high volume.
Like them in the attack mode. Get a piece of the lane, find some people. Nice cut, too, and a look. Boy, what bounce he exhibited there.
He exploded to that rim. Ross driving kick. Mitchell again. No good. Marquette's taken only 3 so far, and we get a foul called. Cam Jones doesn't like it.
Yeah, Cam thought he had all ball. And the backtrack. The ability to get to the rim is one thing, but the kickback, collapse that D, a little nylon. Welcome. And here, how about this? Send it in, big fella, number 5'5".
Long time ago, all the way back in the year 2024 AD, Providence and Marquette got together in Rhode Island, and it was just an absolute airtight defense for Marquette in that game.
Their harassing ability, the way they connect, communicate, turn it into opportunities at the other end is just extraordinary. Look at those numbers. That is devastating.
And you saw the trapping, you saw their ability to put Providence in negative situations. So far, the Friars have avoided that. How have they done so?
Well, I think they've avoided it because on a make, haven't seen the full court pressure yet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you save it a little, feel it out a little bit. Maybe on a free throw you might see it and coming down the road before the half ends. But that is that man's mantra. Just get after people. He's done it well wherever he's coached. Met him first at VCU. You were probably at Syracuse in those days.
Okay.
But his success has just been extraordinary.
6 years VCU, 6 years at Texas, 4 years here at Marquette. And you talk to so many people around college basketball about Shaka Smart. And one of the first things they'll say is he has found the perfect place for what he does, for how he treats college basketball. And, I mean, you think about not having a player leave a program and not really utilizing the transfer portal and being consistently good. It's an outlier now.
You know, he's got a way of convincing youngsters like Jay Wright did in a sense at Villanova. Look, come here, maybe we'll redshirt you. You'll learn how to play. And you get those 4 years. They're just very impressive. And I think these kids connect for that reason.
Well, we saw Zay Lowry, who's really developed very well, do that last game. And here's one of the sophomores, Trey Norman, for 3.
How about that? Him ringing a bell. That's his 6th of the year. He struggles from deep.
He was a top 100 recruit out of high school. He's got 13 college threes so far as Gold gets in the passing lane.
Great prep. Scouting report on that flare screen. Gold. Alert.
Marquette believes that the only shots available are beyond the three-point line. This is
thus far.
Yeah, this is contemporary basketball to the extreme to this point.
Dribble in the lane is their key. They don't have a back to the basket post-up guy. Bull's gotten so much better getting out on those ball screens and then recovering.
There's Ryan Mila, who has checked into the ballgame for the first time. The freshman, a very good rebounder.
And really good at the lane. That's a tough shot under duress. And how about that? Knocking it down. Jaden Pierre, delivery.
Just a high level of difficulty on that shot. This is out of bounds. It's going to stay with Marquette.
Well, these are tough shots to make at that distance with a guy right up. Nice challenge. Use all the floor. Pretty good closeout. Right, that's just it. Bow your head and get back.
He was only 3 for 12 in the first meeting, so a big change early for him in this game.
They're going to give Norman these shots.
He missed that one.
Yeah. Nice run out. Ooh, got to catch it first.
Too much for Arunse. He mistimed his jump. It looked like a little bit.
He did. Got down the floor. He's mobile, though.
Well, he's a Giannis fan. He's a Bucks fan. Growing up, he loved the Bucks and loved Giannis. And you know how Giannis is such a good big, run the floor.
Are you suggesting he's in the Giannis category?
Well, you watch somebody long enough and you idolize them. You kind of try to mimic that, right?
Well, you do.
Like I have with you.
You beat me to it.
Mimic that. Cam Jones hasn't scored yet on his birthday.
Arm on the floor, big upside for this kid. He's going to be a terrific talent.
Close quarters there. Norman got it for Jones. There's the first one. Happy birthday.
And they were right on it, too. Stayed locked in.
That was not a spacing convention there.
And you know what's amazing about Cam? He runs the show, gets people involved, and still has time to score. Nice hands. Parr, give it up.
Lowry takes it himself, and that just gets pancaked off of him. What a play by Arunse.
He has done some magnificent things early. I've mentioned him running the floor, the big send it in at the rim, and that time negating opportunities. We both were alarmed by his length today. Look at this. Did everything but catch it.
How do you get it around that? I mean,
so you got to find somebody. You got to create a passing lane because he's going to negate it.
That was Marquette's first 2-point attempt, 7:05 into the ball game, by the way. Justin Fernandez in off the bench. He had started the last 3 with Floyd out. Now a reserve today once again.
He can make some threes.
Mila killed his dribble. Here's Pierre. Tough shot again. And we get a whistle from Matt Potter.
Wow.
With Pat Driscoll next to the play. Matt made the call from the baseline.
Huh. And the crowd not really happy with it either. Let's see if he gets his hand in. Yeah, I guess he did get his hand in, though.
You could see
checking to see if it's 2 or 3.
I was just going to say, you could see from that angle how Pat might have been screened by the body.
And you should not call what you don't see.
Yeah.
Pat, one of the best, obviously.
You see the response by Pierre. He thought for sure he got hit. It is a 3-point field goal attempt. So 3 free throws for Pierre. Providence has not shot it well from the foul line, but it's not Pierre's fault. He's at 78% for the season.
He has a team under 70. Shaka hasn't liked a couple of calls early here.
Pierre, who Villanova might be seeing in its sleep after 5 for 9 from 3 a week and a half ago.
How about that? 4 assists to go with those 19 points.
He's seen a lot of college basketball, Jaden Pierre has, with the coaching change that he's been through.
Not easy for guys when the coach leaves, particularly if they develop a friendship.
I know it wasn't easy for your guys when you left Seton Hall.
Yeah, they had a party. Festive one.
Lead is 2 for Providence in a game that Marquette really could use as a 6th seed right now for Mike DeCourcy.
It always comes back, though. Nice little defense.
Parham.
That's good. This kid, you can see him do little things. He has a promising future.
Marquette outstanding from 3 early in this game. 6 for 11 from 3 to open.
And Providence has moved. Pretty good save there.
Floyd whirling and missing. Nice tip by Jones.
Absolutely alert.
He saw Arunse coming and just punched it away from him. Mitchell cleaving the lane.
I'm going to give back too. Heads up play by Joplin. Good chest pass. Right on the money.
It's knocked out of bounds. All for Providence. And Fernandez. Marquette racing to a 3-point lead. And we have a special guest coming our way after the break. A Hall of Famer will join us.
Oh, that's nice to hear. But Joplin, the pass here. The other end, Mitchell. Tough, strong move to the rim. Love that kid.
Look at this young fella running the floor.
I can't do that no more.
Oh, yeah, you
Run
can.
the floor.
Dwayne Wade joins us here tonight watching his Marquette team take on Providence. The Hall of Famer here with us. 3 NBA titles, Final 4 here at Marquette. You stopped by how many people on the way over here? You could run for office and you'd win in a landslide. How you been?
I've been great. It's always great coming back here.
They remember you, huh?
Yeah, they remember me still. Thank you for social media. But it's always great coming back. It's a sense and a feel of community that's here at Marquette, and so I love coming back and being a part of that.
You take Diener out to dinner. He set you up for a couple of years here.
Yeah, I had to hang out with that guy earlier. I actually got his money in my pocket for my shooting game earlier, so I'm feeling real lucky today. Him and I got to get out on the court soon and do some stuff too, so I'm feeling lucky.
Do you remember, I think it's your first year, and Tom Crean said, go down and talk to this kid.
Yes.
And I had no idea who you were. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
And we spent like an hour downstairs in the old gym.
Yes.
It was great. And the way you turned out, I mean, your career is just incredible. Congratulations, obviously.
Thank you, man. Coach Crean did an amazing job with me that first year I set out. Anybody that came in to have something to give me, he made sure that they did. And so I thank you. I thank you for being the voice of the Kentucky game when I had the triple-double. I will never forget. Thank you for all you do.
Story.
We were just talking about that.
Man,
Yeah.
listen, the game was great. But you guys got to understand, when you come in to play college basketball, there's 2 voices when I started that you wanted to hear. You want to hear Dickie V, and you wanted to hear Bill Rafferty. So that was big for me and our team. So thank you, Bill, for being the voice.
You know, I don't know if Tom ever told you this story, but I had a game in Arkansas, and Oscar Robertson is on a delayed flight with me. And he said, you know, you're familiar with that Wade kid. Now you're at Miami at this time. Okay, Brian. He said, I haven't seen him, but he said, well, you know his coach. You tell him to stop going to the basket. He's going to have a great career. So I said, Tom, look, I'm just passing this from Oscar. He said, that's his game.
Yeah.
Little did I know you're going to end up with all these championships, and things turned out pretty good. So Oscar gave you a bad scouting report.
Well, if I wanted to play a little longer, maybe he gave me a good one. But I'm from the Chi, I'm from Chicago. We know one way, and that's to give everything you have, and that's what I did.
16 years wasn't enough for you?
That was enough for me. Yeah, listen, I can't run up and down today in our shooting game because of my knees. So
Cam Jones sticks at 3. What do you think of Cam Jones?
I love Cam, man. Just to be able to watch him be a senior this year and take the reins of the team, become a leader. Obviously, he put himself on the draft board in a lot of conversations, but you know, he got a tough job on his hand for the rest of the year to lead this team.
You know, we were talking the first game we were here. We had the Purdue game. Feels like he's more of a vocal leader now. You sensing that?
Yeah, it's getting to that time. You know, it's getting to that time of the year. March is coming up. Winter time is coming. And you don't have too many chances to go out and do something special. So I think he understands that.
It's tough for him, too, because he's running the show and still has to score for them.
Yeah. You know, you prepare for the other level as well. You got to be able to do both at the other level. And so knock it down. Ooh. Credit to Coach for making sure that he puts more in his versatility bag.
Yeah, how about what Shaka has done here with sort of the culture of the program. Pretty impressive.
He's done an amazing job. We've had some amazing coaches that come here since Tom Crean stepped away, but Shaka is the one that we feel the foundation with. We feel community with all the players. We try to band around him and the team, and we're really going to go as far as he takes us. But I love what he has built with this team. I love the camaraderie that he's built with this team, the togetherness, and so we all love it.
Mm-hmm. If you were looking back at your college career, and you could have just a couple pictures on your wall of moments that you cared about most, that hit you in the heart most, what would they be?
The moments where the fans rushed the court at home. When we first started here, we coach and all of us, we had to go out and build a fan base. We had to scream and tell everybody, hey, it's a basketball team in here. Come and watch us play. And then over the course of those few years, we saw fans rushing in, tumbling over each other to get into the games. And so for them to rush the court and lift us up as players, that's the photo that I would want on my wall.
Tom had a lot of things he did, too, like hats and bats and hockey guys coming to generals, right?
Yeah.
He was a great motivator.
Yeah, he did that. And, you know, that's the one thing with this team right here. It's a long year. And throughout the year, you need other voices as well to come in and motivate you, people that others respect that has done some amazing things as well. So Coach was great with that.
We got some file photo moments from your career.
See what we got. No facial hair yet.
Novak could shoot it, though.
Novak, my guy. Listen, you got to love your shooters. Travis Diener and Novak, my guys. I love my shooters.
Who was a better shooter?
Travis Diener.
Oh, that was quick.
Well, no, Novak was probably a better pure shooter. Diener was a better. I'm going to count on Diener a little bit more.
Cam Jones again for three. Happy birthday, Cam Jones.
You became a good shooter, too, as the years progressed. Would you agree with that?
Well, I put a lot of work in, and it started here with Travis and Steve. We would go into the gym most nights and have shooting contests and really get on each other and try to make each other better. So, you know, people wouldn't call me a shooter, but I put the ball in the basket when I needed to.
You could score, no question about it. The culture at Miami, too. Pat Riley established like an attitude, and certainly your successor.
Oh my goodness gracious, Bensley Joseph.
Ooh. He's got a peculiar delivery, but he can get it going.
Better offense. Great defense, but better offense.
This kid's going to be good.
Parham for three.
You like him?
Well, the one thing I've heard about him is that when he touches the ball, that it's going up. And so I know what to expect from him.
He's your kind of guy then.
Dwayne, thank you so much for dropping by.
Thank you, guys.
So happy to see your success, pal.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Dwayne Wade, ladies and gentlemen, a marvelous Hall of Fame career. Welcome back. Big East Basketball, sponsored by Jeep. There's only one, and you know there are very few people in the country who can put on a headset, take off the headset, take off their coat, and then just start firing threes. And Dwayne Wade's one of them.
How about that? Such a likable guy. Loves his university here. Great example of people who stick at it, love what they're doing.
He was inspired by Marquette's hot shooting early, evidently.
Absolutely, and it did start from deep. They found gold in a variety of plays. A lot of nuggets out there. And Cam, you had mentioned early in the game, didn't look for his shot, but gets back in it, arm here, drilling it, pick up side. Dwayne thinks he shoots it a little bit. Did you hear that comment?
Yeah. Our stat comparison sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Marquette is 1 for 2 from 2 and 9 for 16 from 3 and 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
Logically, what would you derive from that? That they should continue shooting threes?
I would close out if I were Providence. That would be my great coaching advice. Look at D Wade. He had a big coat on when he was sitting with us. Now suddenly he's a shooter.
But you know, that's an example of a kid who stayed in school.
Yeah.
No portal, you know, no extracurricular NIL money, nothing.
He ended up doing very
terrible career.
Yeah, right. 16 years in the NBA, 3 titles, Finals MVP, and his Marquette team up by 10. Can you believe that was like the Final Four team was 23 years ago?
It's scary. And who won that year?
That was
the Harvard of Western New York.
Yes, indeed. 2 free throws coming for Providence. That was a loaded team, though, that Marquette had.
Oh, they were very talented. Mentioned Diener and Novak in particular.
Two free throws for Wesley Cardette Jr., who's dealt with a knee injury this year. He is not a grand foul shooter at 62.5%.
Who hasn't been hurt in this program?
I mean, if you're Kim English, right? Like, you go out there and they played their tails off. I know they've lost 5 of 6, but that Nova game, you could see the potential.
Yeah, that knee problem for him. Oh, goodness. Double one and leave a wide open look.
And then they leave Ross for an open rebound. Joplin closed out. Jones off the juggle. He missed it off the front iron, and that's out of bounds by Parham off of a Fryer.
I know Jones missed that shot, but he relocated in a spot that he got himself a pretty darn good look, but just a good hustle play at the end of this. Heads up.
Right off of Arunse. Oh, they had Lowry for a minute.
They had a couple of guys, too. Little rotation off the pin.
Ross got the defender Floyd in the air. Parham the find. That three is no good for Jones, and we have 2 players crumpling down to the ground, and we'll see who the foul's on.
A nice challenge in that corner jumper by Joseph.
They get Barron.
Yeah. Noticed him today, how physically imposing he is. He is a strong kid. Good for Joseph. The far corner going out to close out, and inside, a little discard. And they're not going to check a hook and hold.
Who is your favorite Rich Barron? Is it Rockefeller, Vanderbilt?
A different neighborhood. I played with blocks. They had 42nd, 43rd, 44th.
It's a steal for Floyd. Bounce pass ahead. Oh! Chase Ross, my goodness.
What an athletic move.
Lowry off a career night. He splashes it down.
This kid may have found himself. Goodness. Great numbers. They're getting deeper.
Yes. 25 for him at Nova the other night in the loss.
Knocking threes down.
Floyd, tough thread through out of bounds. Joseph couldn't clear it.
Parham just a little wind that was in the right spot, though, defensively. How about that? Nice little deft delivery, and all of a sudden, chasing you down. Ross to the rescue.
That was more assertive than Ross ever was for one episode on Friends.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was. You never caught that show?
No, no.
It was on for like 30 seasons.
I was busy knitting.
Marquette by 12, moving down to 6 minutes in the first half. Gold again.
His stroke looks so good, doesn't it? The rotation, nice kick out.
Caden Hamilton, strong rebound.
Getting some minutes. Another guy who sat out for a year, paid his dues. Whoops.
Jones said, don't touch it. You're going to have picked it up and maybe traveled.
Nice.
Tried to feed him. Hamilton tips it back inbounds.
Got to have the hands ready.
Pierre couldn't reel it in, and we will end up with Marquette basketball.
That was Ross hustle again.
Yes.
Saved the basket. Alert. And that's what you get from this Marquette team. Aggressive by nature. Listen, they played St. John's. Those two teams left everything out there.
That was one of the games of the year in the Big East.
Exhausting.
You looked at me when you said that. I'm hurt.
Overload.
Oh, Lowry had the cut there for a second. Jones with it on a string, and
good hustle.
Hamilton tracks it down.
Down to 5. He's got to go.
They want him to go to work. He'll spin and can't score. Ross got his hands in there again.
He's so active. Providence
has gone cold. Marquette Marquette's defense, a big reason for it. That could have been 5 seconds.
Absolutely. Well, you got to don't foul him in there. You lead them right to the bigs.
Yeah, trust that there's help back there is what you're saying, right?
Absolutely. And that's communicating, too. I'm here. Let him go. I just think Mitchell gets a little rest now that they're a little bit deeper and playing with some confidence.
That is a great point, because this has been an iron 5 for Shaka Smart basically for 3 years. I mean, his starting lineup has been his starting lineup for the most part. And then you get into, yeah, right. I was just saying, you get into the tournament, you do need some depth. That there's foul trouble that shows.
You're going to be fresher, and obviously the length of the timeouts to pay your exhausting salary.
Okay. Hands in passing lanes all night. The length of Lowry showing in a big way here.
Look at the footwork, too. Now, here's the closeout. I like it. Gold, that's maybe the second or third time I've seen him get out there.
Connected defense for Marquette so far.
They're just drop defense with Mitchell.
Joplin. Another 3.
He doesn't have to do it alone right now. It's be selective on his deliveries.
7 Marquette players have hit a 3. They have 11 total in the game. Joseph. Gold got his clutches on it, couldn't come up with it. Pierre stopping on a dime.
And again, Ross preventing.
And he's fouled all the way through.
And the big with the Pierre out there, Joseph, I think.
Missiles from long range for Marquette tonight.
Now they have really done a nice job, but all of it is getting a little touch of the lane, relocating. 23, Driller Joplin, local youngster, doing pretty well.
Rob, so with you coming up on the Jeep Halftime Report, Duke up to number 2 after 4 straight blowouts. They're in South Beach. 3rd-ranked Florida struggling mightily in Athens. Plus, Baylor, they tried to end a 2-game skid as they visit Cincinnati. Jason, Raph, we'll see you guys at the break.
Rob, thank you so much.
See, there's an announcer with a lot of juice and enthusiasm. I'm not inferring anything.
No, you're saying it directly, I think. Here's a tale.
Let's make you smile, though.
He's a great human being. Marquette 20-7. You see the net ranking. That puts them in the 6-7 range. We've seen them obviously go into the tournament as a 2 seed. We've seen them go other ways as well. If they shoot like this, they're a danger to literally anybody in the country.
They're a tough cover because of the size. Your center is definitely a 3-point shooting threat. Dribble drive capabilities. They relocate well. They read one another. We have not seen that full court pressure. And they just get down the stance, get after you. A lot of weapons that they have at their disposal.
And the defense is one of those weapons as well. And when they are stifling like they've been so far tonight, it's very scary. The most threes by a Big East team in a half this year is 12 for Villanova against Marquette in that last game as Mitchell misses the flare.
And that's what he's doing on that drop coverage.
He's almost got to shoot it, right? To put it on the table.
Runse's not guarding him at all. That's what they're good at, but everybody's staying at home on the shooters. This kid's good in the lane.
Mitchell was aware of it. It got tipped to Barron, who misses too strong. Arunse had it crowbarred away by Joplin. Gold very active so far. Mitchell.
Good offensive rebound position, Joplin.
How about his eyes reading the bounce of that ball around?
Great anticipation. And if you shoot the ball well, you're going to get offensive rebounds because you'll see the softer touch, the ability to go get it.
They always said that about Dennis Rodman, that his read of bounces was better than just about anybody.
Yeah, it seems like the best rebounders, when the shot's released, they could anticipate where it was coming off. And he was certainly one of them. Nice play they run.
Ross. That's an offensive foul.
Wow, that's peculiar. A nice little run on the baseline by Jones set this up here. Well, you don't see that called anymore of late. Once you put that foot down, it's almost automatic the other way. The old days, I would agree with the call.
That was Nilovan Daniels coming in for Providence to play some rare minutes.
I think Kim trying to give everybody an opportunity. A tough look there.
That's Daniels' pass. It ends up down low and 2 for Pierre.
Left-handed pass off the deck from that distance.
Daniels had only played 8 Big East minutes all year.
Little pin, dribble handoff. See how they replace?
Yes.
Get themselves available.
Joplin was ready to drive, and then Ross ends up down on the ground. We get a foul called on his shot.
Closeout under control. Got to be frustrating for Kim English, though. You know, you're limited what the things you can do. Really no post-up game. And against a team that really stays at home, too, on dribble drives. Your job is to contain the bounce, and Marquette does it as well as anybody.
Ross to the free throw line. He's 76% for the year. I mean, you look, and Marquette, second in the nation in turnover margin. Coming into tonight, they are +2 to this point. So Providence hanging around in the live ball giveaway department, but down 12 anyway.
+6, that's 12 points, or add on the ability to shoot threes.
This, by the way, has been a wild series between Providence and Marquette. They had the leaky roof in Providence a couple years ago. 2013 at the Bradley Center, there was a bat in the arena.
You're used to leaky roofs, so
Okay,
not mistaken. Some of your domestic difficulties.
I did not anticipate that being part of the conversation, but remember that the bat, it stopped play 3 times.
That's right. They were talking about that last night, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Nice fake handoff.
Floyd, little show and go, missed it at the rim, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Who was at the rim? Ross.
Ross.
Challenge. Nothing easy. So competitive. You can just see Shaka trying to get deeper, too. You know, giving everybody a little blow, going deep on the bench, developing confidence. How about this kid?
Daniels off the bench. That's his first field goal in Big East play and his second of the season. Norman could have taken it to the rim.
Well, yeah, that's his game, too. This is not, although he made one earlier.
Miller the rebound. Daniels in the corner. Oh, my goodness.
How about that? That is terrific. That's why you practice. You never know when you're going to get the opportunity.
Nilovan Daniels, who had played all of 8 Big East minutes, has 5 in a row.
How about that? I know it's a beer city, but Daniels providing the lift here. Little dribble drive, find, get them organized. Taking advantage of opportunity in minutes. That's why you tee it up every day in practice. You're going to get an opportunity. You never know when. Good for you.
Freshman from the St. Louis area, Chaminade High School before Link Prep his senior year. He was a 13-point-a-game guy at Link Prep, which was, you know, is a highly thought of one-year prep school program in Missouri.
I have he played against Xavier and took a 3. Not many activities, but he must have shown in practice that he can do some things, wants to compete. Dennis Felton on that bench over there. He was at Georgia when they won the SEC tournament. Remember that year the tornado hit the dome?
You were there, right?
Yeah. I was with a real pro, Vern Lundquist, at the time.
I hope Vern's watching this and saying, Bill, don't be mean to Jason.
But Dennis won. It was an unbelievable success story.
They were like the 10 seed or something, weren't they?
And they ended up winning at Georgia Tech because they couldn't use the facility.
Oh, wow. Jones, hook pass, extra pass, Lowry. No good for 3, and we get a foul against Providence on a rebound, and Arunse can't believe it.
Well, I think they're staying here with it. Yep. Oh, goodness. I thought they were going the other way. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
Good check out.
You should apologize for the thing about a real pro, but not for this.
Well, we'll get to that later.
Arunse put his hands on his head like, how could that be?
Good ball movement, though, by Marquette. I mean, they have really snapped it around, going side to side.
This is David Joplin's 132nd game for Marquette, and he has not missed one.
Bizarre Hayward is the tops here. What, 138?
He had a whale of a career.
He did.
Marquette colors.
One of the broadcasts, I heard the guys talking about Joplin's folks go to every game.
It's outstanding.
They didn't go the European trip. That was all. Every game that he's played, they are in attendance.
He lost Lowry. He recovered, though. Second chance and a foul. Arunse gets a chance at a three-point play.
And that's what happens when you drive. It just takes the attention of the inside people. Poke him over a little bit. Then he tries to recover and tags the guy.
Lowry gets beat. Gold has to help on the defense. Then he gets lost in the wash on the rebounding.
But he couldn't get turned around to check out. Talking to Kim, both of us today, he just loves this kid. He thinks he's going to do some really good things with his career.
6 early points for him. Plays about 20 minutes a game for Providence, and they need it.
It's about 5 rebounds.
Joplin from a set shot position.
Well, that's what makes them dangerous. If they're making these threes, because a lot of guys can turn the corner, attract attention.
12 first-half threes for Marquette. I don't like what Providence did to Villanova.
A little zone look here. Now back to man.
Leaving Mitchell with the on-ball defense. Cam Jones the rebound, and Marquette puts up 43. 7 Marquette players hit from long range for those 12 total threes. That's tough to beat.
The way they guard, they can score those kind of points, averaging 77 for the year. Real solid and points, deep thrusts on a consistent basis.
Marquette looking strong so far, 43-32. The Jeep halftime report after the break. Rob Stone, Casey Jacobson are your tour guides. Twelve first-half threes. Here's one of them for Marquette. Royce Parham hit a pair, 43-32. Marquette trying to get win number 21. Your first-half stats. It really took a lot of discussion to decide what we were going to highlight there. We had a whole conversation about it. 12 for 26 from 3 is ridiculous, even by Marquette standards, right?
What's amazing about it is their ball movement has been excellent. Their cutting's been excellent. Their dribble drive and finding people. It is a major dilemma for Providence defensively. Counter that. Staying at home on defense, Marquette's taken away the dribble, drive, and finding the threes as well. So it's a monster dilemma. They average 28 attempts a game.
Yeah, from 3.
Right, and they average 9 makes. So that's why we have those stats there for people like us.
Make it easy.
Make it easy.
7 different guys made a 3, Rap.
It's so easy. It's so doggone easy when you can stroke it like this. Late closeouts, maybe faulty challenges on occasion. But again, using both sides of the floor, putting it in the right spot, and getting those puppies ready to deliver some knockdowns.
So where are the answers defensively? When you're getting hit from so many angles, what do you do as a head coach?
Well, hope you have a couple-of-year contract. Right? This is a dilemma. Coming in, we both knew this, and sickness and injury and depletes your talent level and obviously your depth. So the big thing is be solid on the defensive end. That's how you're going to get back in it. Run them off the line a little bit. They really can't extend the floor. It's not their style kind of a game, you know?
No, and you have to play to what you can, right? If you don't have the personnel to do it, you don't do it.
Again, how far you have to go to counter the ball movement.
And we have a push on the rebound. Looked like Pierre from behind.
David Mitchell right in that area, too.
That is so frustrating. You're in position for a rebound, and you just react.
Don't come up with it. We saw them working on this afternoon, a little circle kind of a play. Dribble handoff.
Oh, the weave here, Joplin.
He can elevate anytime he wants there. Nice find.
On the skip to Mitchell.
I know they love that kid. You can tell the way they respond to him. Second one, 2 for 5 from deep.
He had only taken 3 field goals in the last 2 games combined as Floyd loses it off at Joplin.
Well, Kim was saying to both of us, if he makes a third one, we're going to start guarding him. Well, they may have to get ready, but how about this find? And the collapse D looking for help. The sniffing there by the big. Here, Runza.
And we get a foul against Marquette on the inbound. Joplin, his second. He's the first guy with 2 for Marquette. A pretty clean first half.
Very much so. Boy, it's a quiet crowd, isn't it?
Rare for this place.
This is an upbeat audience.
They had lost 4 of 6 coming in, so that can take a little bit of the air out. But boy, this is still a very talented team.
They should hang out with you at night. They'd be able to soar. Look at the footwork, though.
Ross was right with Pierre. Joseph over Mitchell. Boy, did they make it tough. He drew iron and Ross the rebound.
Watch the delay. Oh, the blow by right here, though. How about this? A little bit wild.
Barron catch and shoot. He missed it. Marquette in turn will run. Jones carving the lane. Lost it. Good defense.
Yeah, he also picked it up too soon. Should have fan dribbled. Oh, got to squeeze it. Does have a little trouble with that catch, doesn't he?
3 times they've tried it tonight to Erunse on the back end of a play like that, and they haven't connected on any of them.
How about that crossover to get that look? I know it didn't go down, but got the wing if you want it with Barron.
There he was. Gold was with him. Ross, such a strong defender.
Oh, they moved those legs laterally.
Gold stayed with Barron. Bensley Joseph past Mitchell.
Look at that cover. What a nice read by Jones.
Oh, man. Pocket pass to Gold, who strikes it.
How pretty is that? I got it.
Yeah.
It was good.
But that was
good.
I was looking at you because that was a beautiful pass.
The pass and your comment was very fit. Look at the hands, another deflection. Oh, he walked, actually.
Mitchell just stuck to him. Erunse against Gold. Staunch defense by Gold. And 2 and a foul on the back end. Oh, my goodness. How about Pierre?
I like the hustle. No question about it. They need more of that. Get a little hop in their step, get involved in this game. How about you love this one?
Oh.
Just gorgeous. Big fella. Sending it in, but there's a gorgeous bounce pass right up to the numbers, too.
Think about how confident you have to be in just spacing and timing to make that pass.
Well, you've got to have worked on it quite a bit, no question about it. And he, of course, being Jones, they'll let him attempt those things, too, even if they go awry.
Yeah, there's some freedom
live
there.
With it.
There is an odd hush in the building. Ross misses.
Look at the hustle from behind.
And the back tap again.
Did you see him jump in the air? He was so happy.
Oh, Gold again finishes.
You got to give an assist to Mitchell.
Yes. One of the best defensive players in the country.
Energy personified. Look at all the blue shirts collapsing.
Ooh, tough pass out of bounds. Turnover, Providence.
It's been a little bit of a dilemma, but the ability to strike from behind, never giving up on a play. And look at the ability to run the floor. Goal looks spry tonight.
Doesn't he?
Yeah. Looks ready to go.
You said it, though, and it's a great find by you, and it's why I like watching basketball with you, because you saw Stevie Mitchell's reaction to that back tap. He was so into it.
Right. Delighted to be a contributor. Little zone look now. Foul line looks wide open if they want to pop in there.
A couple of those sophomores and freshmen on the floor. Parham, Lowry, along with Joplin twirling in the lane.
Real good look, though.
Rebound to Daniels, getting some early minutes here in the second half after some huge minutes in the first.
Deserves it. Nice check out.
In front of Arunse. I don't think Gold thought that was coming his way, honestly. Marquette trying to help its NCAA tournament seed line tonight. He says, Royce, take it. No, you take it, Cam. No, you. Parham. Tap by Lowry out to Mila.
Nice cover by Mila. I like him in the lane.
I think he likes hitting the lane, too, honestly.
Likes to go to his right shoulder, and he got an injury in his shoulder to Pierre.
Oh.
That's not... Oh.
Last thing they needed.
Injury-ridden.
Top of the medal stand twice here for Ben.
How about him? Mind it. Tough at the rim, run the floor.
Fox Sports is proud to present a new postseason tournament. The college basketball crown. 16 teams in the top conferences. Put it all on the line for a new kind of madness coming this March, live from Las Vegas, only on Fox. Buy tickets now in the Vivid Seats app or at vividseats.com. We talked a bit about Marquette's NCAA tournament resume with a net hovering around 27-28. They're a 6, St. John's a 3. Xavier and Villanova, likely at this point, would be invitees to the first ever crown.
Well, that's what that tournament's all about. The Big East, too, as well, in terms of maybe getting in the tournament, getting a higher seed. Kids want to keep playing, though. I mean,
that's right. It's nice to have postseason to play in if you do have the opportunity. And Las Vegas isn't a bad place to have your postseason tournament by any stretch.
You have a condo there, don't you?
Uh-huh.
As unfortunately we saw Pierre almost a shot in the shoulder.
I mean, it has been player after player after player after player. Sick, injured, car accident. I mean, all sorts of stuff.
You name it.
Chris Hageman, their athletic trainer, it should be paid time and a half for this season. Just a wild year. Mila on the drive. You said it. Get him into the lane.
And nice going to his left. Usually likes to get in there and spin to that right. A little zone look at the timeout. Change the look.
Not easy to zone a team that's hit 13 threes.
Exactly. But you got some wrinkles, though. Get back in here somehow, creep in.
Drive and kick to the corner, and that three is no good.
Sometimes just a look shakes the opponent up a little bit.
As always,
once again in the lane there. That's where he loves to go.
Back to the right that time. Down to the ground, Mila.
That's the kind of hustle you want to see.
They're going to call it a tie-up, and rightfully so. Providence keeps.
As a coach, you know, you're down in the dauber a little bit, not the kind of season you expected. But when the kids do these kind of things and immerse themselves in the game, contribute, play hard, there's some satisfaction. And getting a little floor burn doesn't hurt.
Well, and if you play well enough down the stretch, we've seen it before in New York City. There's no reason you couldn't win 3 or 4 games out of nowhere and get yourself into the tournament.
Back with UConn is what strikes your mind, I think.
That's exactly right.
Kemba, of course, put that team on his shoulder.
Daniels on the drive. It's out of bounds. It will stay with Providence.
I'm impressed how they've been able to contain their own man, and therefore there's no openings for drifts or screens and flares.
10 to shoot for Providence. Well, that was an open look.
The bench thought he was going to shoot if they were standing up.
Marquette over Lowry.
Good for him. One of those guys can attack, a little pull-up game as well.
He's been around the block a couple of years at Chicago State, Samford as well. That swirled out somehow for Joplin.
They get a good shot now if you're Providence.
It's still 11.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right there. Nice double, nice read.
Help from Parham.
How pretty was that? Jumping the pass lane, Joplin with the give.
Great fill of the lane, and Runsey again defensively, and one more time.
Good for him. Kim lauding him today.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Played a whale of a game. Mila just traveled, didn't get it called.
Not a bad pass by Daniels. He anticipated the cut.
Cardette. Tough shot, no good. Norman, a check out to the Stars. Joplin has been very shot ready tonight. Parham, floater, no. Rebound, Lowry.
Nice fake.
A little step through. Oh, he wanted to dunk it. He didn't have enough air. Gravity won, but he got two anyway.
He got hurt a little bit coming down. You're right, he went up too early. A premature elevation. But he is hurt, though.
He is. He says, I'm good, to Shaka Smart right there.
Look at this pump. And they kept the toe on the line. How about that? Yeah, you can see that left little buckle on the rim. But that wide open middle, they're able to get it to the tin and do some damage.
Big East basketball sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Here in Milwaukee, Marquette by 13, and an awkward landing by Zay Lowry just before we hit the break.
Yeah, they're very good at getting to the lane, too. Right here, a little pump fake set him up. And you can see the left foot. And that could be serious. And as you noted, I think he felt he had carte blanche at the rim.
It's odd when you go up to dunk, I would imagine, and then you realize in the middle of it that it's going to be a layup. Your body kind of fails you in setting the landing gear down.
No, it is hard. Of course, between us, I don't think we've had one dunk attempt in our life.
That's why I said I would imagine. I didn't want anybody to say, when's the last time you done?
I was not called air ref.
You weren't?
No.
I thought that was your aviation company. What do they serve to the passengers on Air Raf?
Apple juice. A little lemonade here and there.
Pierre back on. Lowry is on as well, so good signs for both teams. On-ball defense just stuck to him.
Yeah, get in the attack mode, too. Be a little more creative. There you go. See how they can all stay at home? Nice. Oh, he bit and couldn't finish. Got Mitchell up.
Here is Ross picking his way. Lowry, they hit. Parham waited for Runsey to get there. Then he skipped it instead and got an open three for Mitchell that wouldn't fall.
They got numbers on the wing.
So does Air Raf. They recover so well.
They do. They're always in the right spot. They're on the string.
Mitchell stapled to Floyd.
Under three.
Joseph through iron. Wow, Arunse side saddle to clear that thing.
I like his effort, though. Underneath was Ross trying to do a good job checking out. He's the kind of center, he doesn't need the ball to have impact. You know what he can do on the defensive end? Ross trying to do his job. Good pursuit by the big fella.
Oswin Arunse, his field goal percentage as a high school senior at Putnam Science Academy was 75%.
I could imagine why. A lot of them are high percentage at the 10.
You would imagine the shot chart is on the doorstep.
Look how he buried his guy here, and they get Mitchell.
It's on the floor, second on Mitchell. Providence will have it when we come back. Marquette trying to hold off the Friars here in Milwaukee. The fastest racing on earth is coming to Fox. 2025 IndyCar season gets underway in St. Petersburg. First stop on the road to the Indy 500 Memorial Day weekend. Sunday noon Eastern, live on Fox. Our producer Eric Mandia is selling us hard on the guy in the middle, sure. Joseph Newgarden.
I'm going to go with Palou, though. Three-time series champ. Hello, Palou.
Have you been to IndyCar?
I have not, but I have been to a race years ago. It's like incredible.
It's my family and I used to go when I was a kid. We'd go to Toronto, and then actually up here in Wisconsin, a race at Road America, Elkhart Lake, and it is phenomenal to sit at a corner and watch the passing and the road races, certainly.
Talk about athletes, huh? Coordination.
Well, when it's 100 degrees out, you got the suit on, it's a tough deal.
A weave to a very tough shot. Nothing in the attack mode. And after a timeout, you like to see they fall on the deck and be a little more aggressive.
Jones the kick. Mitchell bangs it.
Well, there's the third one. I think they're going to come out and play him a little bit now. Good for him, though. He's smiling. This is where he excels, number 4. Look at that double hand.
Wow, Cam Jones got the hand in the cookie jar.
And look at the two of them, too. Regaling and enjoying the moment. That's just good, sound instinct in basketball. They read it. Wasn't a trap situation. They had the line. And right now, here comes the help. Nice play by Jones on his birthday. Did you get him anything?
No, I thought you were going to, and then you told me in the first half you hadn't gotten it yet.
Years ago, it would be a violation if you got him something. Now you could probably rent them your apartment at a low price.
Offensive rebound, Hamilton had it sprung free, and there's Barron for the rebound. You know, on the defensive subject, we had a short conversation with Kim English about it at shoot-around, but you wonder if these teams adding defensive pressure like Houston and St. John's, there's another takeaway, get a bigger payoff against teams that are not that well connected, that are full of transfers.
Well, you see, goodness, as long as you're not hurt, but you see so many teams, you know, Iowa State comes to mind, Houston comes to mind, that, you know, they shoot it, St. John's, shoot it, chase it. And force you to bad shots, turnover situation. It's high-level stuff.
It is.
Marquette's humming, they do that.
.10:32 to go, second half. The Big East tournament on the way in a couple of weeks now. Suddenly, this season has just flown by. St. John's 15-2, couple of wins, magic number of 2 to get Rick Pitino a conference championship. Creighton and Marquette have split this year, so there's still some question on whether or not Creighton or Marquette would have the tiebreak. That'll depend on the last 3 or 4 games, as you see. The world's most famous arena once again stocked with Big East talent. Coverage starts Thursday, March 13th on Fox and FS1 and streaming live on the Fox Sports app.
Some really good players there. Jumping out for a moment to Richmond, what he's done with his body and with his game has been so impressive. And he has bought into Rick. We got a little rise of the crowd all of a sudden, huh?
A little bit.
Wayne Wade must have walked in. It's been quiet here. This is
oddly quiet.
Raucous and get after it.
We have done 2 of the loudest most explosive games in the non-conference that they've had the past couple years. The Baylor game.
Baylor and Purdue.
Purdue this year.
I agree.
Texas last year.
That's, yeah. I get the feeling the fans feel, you know, Providence undermanned, understaffed, part of that.
There's an expectation tonight maybe from the fans. Ross the drive and kick. Mitchell, does he have one more in him? Oh. Yes, he does.
How about this kid? Never underestimate him.
Marquette is taking a ride on the Redding. Stevie Mitchell, Pennsylvania native.
And no conductor needed.
Nearly taken away again.
Look at the read, the rotation. And look at this, two guys.
Yeah, two guys scrambled, including Hamilton, the big. Mello with 4.
Nice hands.
And it is off of...
With 1 second.
Marquette. Mila will get it back.
Got to be alert. Stevie does so many things out here on the defensive end. This just adds to his overall play. Drive, find every turns heads from deep.
Mila gets it in. That's blocked away. Pierre, and it's Ross out of nowhere.
They do not give up on a play. Boy, it's so impressive.
Up 19. The energy is still there defensively.
Well, the demand, I mean, it's expected.
Providence has 7 points this half.
Well, no plays off is, you know, the mantra here. And a number of programs that we have alluded to tonight.
Doesn't it feel like defense is coming back into college basketball? Aggressive defense?
Yeah, I would agree. I think the ability and speed to contain your guy is part of it. So you can help him recover. You read your...
Oh, boy. Cam Jones, happy birthday to you. That's when you know it's your night.
Yeah, it is. He's had a lot of great nights. It's amazing without Kolek, too, what he's been able to do. That adjustment, you know, he was usually the guy that Tyler was looking for.
Iguodaro as well.
Yeah, well, two of the best passers in college basketball.
Yeah. They have reorganized well on the offensive end. Oh, Stevie Mitchell had a notion.
I don't think Kolek spent any of his NIL money. Now he's got plenty, I'm sure. Right?
Yes, he does. Cam Jones on the find from Hamilton, and Marquette is a firework right now.
Look at him flexing in there. Everyone's in awe. There are pipes, and we have pipe dreams when it comes to the physicality. So clever, great glass finisher, this kid. Just amazes you game in and game out.
He had that wonderful Big East tournament last year, a tremendous season overall, 17 points a game. Now he's up that to about 19. The last time that he didn't have double figures in a game, he got hurt last year against Seton Hall, only played a handful of minutes. That's the last time he didn't have at least 10. Marquette a season high 16 threes, 2 off the school record of 18.
Well, he's a tough out. I mean, you know he can make the threes and clever in the lane. Got a kick, but there's that trap again.
Cam Jones looking at his hands.
Well, what he's trying to say, I got my hand. I didn't kick.
Not my foot.
Right, exactly.
Other limb.
Yeah, they've done that a few times tonight. Spring it when you least suspect it.
15 turnovers they've created after 22 in the first meeting. Daniels against Joplin on the kick. Pierre, one more. Barron knocks it down.
And even there, the late close. Hamilton, you've got a job to do. But that's so easy in there, huh?
Hamilton for 2.
Nice look. Nice read by Jones. Filling up the stat sheet. They're very verbal, excuse me, too, defensively. That certainly helps them as well.
I'm very verbal, clearly, as well.
Too often.
Barron for Pierre, 10 to shoot already. I mean, that's been the lay of the land all second half for Providence.
And it's because the defense, they've got numbers. Watch the wing. There you go.
Joplin to Ross, and he's met and fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. This is smooth now.
I love Joplin giving it up early. Let him do the work.
When's the last time you flexed?
Well, seldom, if ever. Nobody was in the room when I flexed, I assure you. But he's on a roll a little bit and showing those pipes to his buddies on the bench, though. Let him rip, big fella.
This week, Fox College Hoops Friday tips off at 8 Eastern, a Big Ten showdown. UCLA against Purdue. The Boilermakers have been sort of uneven during the last couple of weeks. UCLA got a win against Ohio State that you saw on Sunday Wrap, and who knows day to day in the Big Ten.
You don't. UCLA terrific defensively, and we saw Purdue early, really on a good run. They got to get it going again.
Would you say that UCLA is lights out defensively as we?
Very similar.
Cam Jones turns 23 today, and he and Marquette lead by 24.
Bunch of threes. The whole distribution's been excellent. He knows how to get himself in position to do these things, dominate, and also the uncanny ability to get close to that rim with a good cut finish, and no sand on his blanket at the beach with those pipes.
No. With Marquette up 24, by the way, our thoughts to former Marquette big man Jim McIlvaine. He and his family involved in a car accident, and his daughter Blythe Darby. Our thoughts are with her as a really tough moment for the family, Raph.
Absolutely. No, Jim is a player here, then later did the years with the New Jersey Nets. Just a nice man, and God willing, hopefully everybody is in good form, or will be in good form.
They posted on social media about his daughter being in the ICU, and so our thoughts to Jim and his entire family after that just horribly unfortunate accident. Providence trailing big. Here is Floyd.
Look how it's suffocating. Nice cut, Mila. How about that? Mm-hmm. And then the adjustment in the lane. He's got some game, this kid. Where you watch him.
Freshman out of Native. As that will roll down for Cam Jones.
It's not just happening on his birthday. It happens quite frequently
every
in the course of the season.
Pierre, they tried the back tap again. It's in the air and smothered by Gold.
Yeah, competitive rebound. Early blur.
Uh-oh. Behind the back twice into a three. No good for Jones, who tried to get himself his own present. This is the 41st meeting all time between Providence and Marquette. 1963, the first meeting in the NIT. And you know who was down playing forward center for Providence? It was Big John Thompson.
Yeah, Big John. That's right. He was Vinny Ernst, an old pal of mine, won the MVP a couple of years earlier in the NIT for Providence. Going back to Lenny Wilkes, Johnny Egan. They've some great history. Of course, Dave Gavitt. A lot of us have to tip our hat and thank him for starting this league and suggesting that you're not a very good coach, Raph. Try TV.
The best compliment anybody could find. Daniels for three, Ross the rebound. He's not, yeah, he's hit the deck.
I think he just slipped or maybe stepped on a foot.
They get touched by Providence as well, or they're going to go the other way. Took a while to unpack the pile. Let's watch again.
It's like the skates here came off. Yeah, he just lost his footing. Shaka may have felt he was pushed from behind. I did not see that.
I think that's why the crowd was booing, but second look, I think the crowd might be misguided. Floyd over Gold, who's been very good vertically today.
They need him, I think. That size, stretch the D, let other guys. This is his shot.
Stretch the D, you say?
Exactly. Look at him smiling, too. Maybe, you know. Ready to perform prime time.
He was the first NBA Global Academy member down there in Oceania in Canberra to go to Division I college basketball. Here's Pierre from Mila, who wants it back. Gold was there.
Look at him move the feet, too. He has gotten better defensively. And a block.
Yes, indeed. And one on the rim. And Rune save for two. He's been great.
He has. He has. Plays with a little spunk and spirit. Look at this line.
Oh, my.
Wow, from half court. The birthday baby. Special delivery.
Timeout, Providence.
They are alive here.
This is as loud as they've been tonight.
It sure is. And he's the reason, too. We know what he can do off the bounce, the three. Who needs Kolick? Oh, how about that? From the backcourt on the money. Snatch and complete the deal. Big time hammer.
Ref, 25 made field goals, 21 assists for Marquette. Jones has 7 of them, and D. Wade loves it.
Yeah, why not? Crazy, huh? Seeing him now.
It is.
You know, from back watching him.
Well, that what you
first year
said,
at Marquette.
if people missed it earlier, you described a story where Tom Crean was like, "Hey, will you spend some time with Dwayne Wade?" And I know you're not going to say like, "Oh, you know, I gave him all this great advice." But what did you talk about? Do you remember what the conversation was?
It was just about the game itself, not anything I could contribute to make him better.
Right.
Maybe added, you know, not that he had a. When I say attitude, you know, the expectations from Tom were at this level as you improve, not knowing how good he was going to become. In fact, that trip. I had Dan Calandrillo with me.
Yeah.
He was selling one of the funds here.
One of your former players.
One former player. And Tom had him go out and work Dwayne's jump shot.
Is that right?
Because Danny was Big East Player of the Year his senior year. So it was really, Tom took advantage of any opportunity to help his kids get better.
Brilliant. Under 10 again for Providence. That three is no good for Fernandez. Marquette can move it above 30 here.
Fernandez, Mason kid. He can shoot threes too. They just haven't been able to get free. They're contested.
Lowry. No. Rebound tipped by Gold out wide, and you're going to get a foul against Norman.
You almost have to play everybody straight up. They go through scouting reports. At that point, Lowry comes into Villanova. They don't expect him to do something like that. And you just have to listen to the scouting report. When you go in, play that guy like he's the best guy on the floor and do your job spacing, communicating.
Fernandez.
Pretty.
Yeah, he got it.
Yep.
This is, by the way, a school record tonight for Marquette. 41 three-point attempts, the most ever for Marquette. So knowing the scouting report, the report tonight is everybody's shooting.
They haven't really nice cut. Using some strength here, too.
Ben Gold, a career-high 17.
And he froze the big defender, Erutse.
Miss for Fernandez. Rebound Marquette, moving down to 3 minutes left in their 21st win of the year. Oh, boy. Owens.
Did you see two-handed block off the glass as well?
He's done it twice tonight.
Yeah.
Two-hand blocks. Erunse. Barron tried the baseline. Parham right with him. Barron digging. This defense is everywhere.
And they stay at home on their own guy because the expectation is you contain.
Floyd wide to the right, rebound, Gold again.
Oh, goodness. Look at,
he's going to go 94 feet if he can. Ben Gold got it.
Wow. What a gem of a move. Has he arrived?
Yes.
Think about it. Even I'm just impressed with his defensive lateral movement.
That was a gold rush, by the way. What happens after the gold rush is the question. It's a travel.
Bottle this. Goodness. He's winded, and why not? Played pretty well. How about the spin? He's been watching Cam deliver.
Yeah, he has.
A little juice on the delivery. Cup it, big fella. Big time smooch out of New Zealand.
Potential top 5 pick, Kasparas Jakučionis and the Illini. Yeah, having fun pre-game. He leads. Is that what they're doing? They're mosh pitting in Champaign. Remember when they had the flu bug?
I do.
Yeah, I guess those days are over. Everybody come together. Kumbaya moment. Iowa, Illinois coming up next, guys.
I don't know, Rob. I've heard the words mosh pit since the 90s, but that's great. It's great. 79-48, Marquette the lead. Ben Gold had 20 points the last 7 games.
Speaking of great, though, his contribution has just been extraordinary. It all begins with that depth touch, shooting with confidence. Again, the breakdown with the dribble, the kickback, gets them organized, run of the floor, big time jam. It's just been so solid, whether it's the dribble drive, the cup we saw earlier as well. He deserves a little blow. I think he's got to be gratified, and he brings a new dimension to this offensive.
He does. He has been so good, the man with the Midas touch tonight, that the scorekeeper actually gave him an extra 2 before the break. He had 19. He's got 17 now. It's still a career night for Ben Gold. Under 2 to go. Eli DeLaurier has checked into the ballgame for Providence. Oh, man. Owens right in front of Daniels to stonewall him. Mila out top, Barron.
Did you see the challenge on that shot, too? I guess it did draw iron.
Barely. Rebound, Marquette. Providence's season low was 50 in the first meeting against the Golden Eagles. They just have not been able to solve Marquette this year. Here's Hamilton. We'll see if he is not going to throw away his shot. And he doesn't. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
And they have been solid with the ball, too. No turnovers to speak of. Runouts for TDs. 8, I think they have.
Yeah, 8 all game.
Yeah. At the speed they play, that's really good.
Yeah, they try to create chaos for other people and don't do it for themselves. There's the school record for Marquette, and they have had some magnificent shooters come through here, and the walk-ons are going to get serenaded in a moment.
I just saw Dwayne Wade stand up and applaud. Pretty impressive, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, they needed it as well after losing 4 of 6.
They were gasping a little bit. By the way, how about Shaka's ball handling today?
Strong.
It's unbelievable. He's doing his drills with his players.
Yeah, he passes the ball to them when they're in the line. They're doing the workout before their shoot-around. Glad he was on target. We were sitting behind the intended receiver.
A lot of teams, it was a danger zone.
Cameron Brown in. Jake Ciardo in, among others. Jack Anderson into the ball game.
I think that was Jake with the grapple hold.
There's the upcoming schedule for Marquette as Casey O'Malley, the junior out of Omaha, checks in as well. That game against UConn will be big for both teams coming up next Wednesday against St. John's. If things go south for St. John's, that could be for the Big East title, but it looks like Rick Pitino's team is just ironclad. Right
Incredible.
now.
Talk about being immersed defensively, and it's take a look at this here. St. John's, great. Marquette.
St. John's they just wipe you out.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's a relentless pressure. Expectations are every trip You leave it all out there. Nice steal.
O'Malley had it taken away.
Nice
Mila to Barron. And he stuffs it home in front of Jonah Lucas.
I think that's why people like Mila. He just plays. He doesn't know the score right now.
No, he does not. He is right in the pocket of O'Malley.
Oops. They got
A technical foul on Mila.
I don't know about that. Kim's not.
Oh boy, Shaka Smart and Kim English are getting in it, and Matt Potter stepped in to bring Shaka to his bench. Now everybody's converging on midcourt. Oh boy.
So I think you just call a foul.
Dennis Felton is having words with somebody across the way. And now the two head coaches have come together. Pat Driscoll trying to diffuse the situation through all of his decades as a very strong official and a very level-headed official in the Big East.
I can understand the angst for Kim, though. Your team's struggling. It's been frustrating not knowing who's going to be capable of playing. I don't know. Just call a foul, right?
He pushed him and stared at him, but there was nothing after that, right? And then you see Shaka Smart coming into the picture, and then everybody collapses on it.
Well, this gets back to my thoughts about shaking hands after the game.
You don't like it?
No.
Matt Potter's coming over to tell us what he's got here. So 2 technical fouls.
Assistant coach and Mila.
It was Dennis Felton, I believe, coming over.
But getting back to that thought, coach's wave. You know, you played a hard game.
Yeah.
Competitive game, and now you got to shake hands with a guy who's whipped you, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just right. Just the coaches are friendly. They wave. Everybody goes to the respective locker rooms.
You're asking for extra emotion with the handshake thing, right?
I mean, you've worked hard, you've prepped for a game, and all of a sudden it doesn't go your way. It's definitely going to be high.
Casey O'Malley just scored his first point as a collegiate player. Through all of that on a Creighton prep in Omaha. There's another one for him.
These are the kids that work so hard on all these programs. They're in great shape, conditioned. They actually run the offense of the opposing team better than the opposing team because the opposing team will break it down before it gets through the whole series.
Right.
Regularly, you know, they'll read something and take advantage, whereas they're instructed show everything.
Hopefully we get the last 40 seconds here without incident.
I think that's what Shaka was just saying to his team there.
Just move on.
Yeah, just be pros about it.
Fernandez in a double. O'Malley got the hand in.
Well, O'Malley was ready to jack it up, too.
And now they're going to walk it back out. Cameron Brown will hang on to it. A little angst in the final minute. But Marquette with a thunderous win tonight here in Milwaukee. 17 threes, one off the school record for the Golden Eagles, who get win number 21. And a quick handshake ends the whole ordeal.
Yeah. And I don't see them lining up to say hello. Oh, there they go now.
Yeah. But O'Malley will celebrate his first collegiate points. 82-52, Marquette the win. Thanks for watching. We go back to our LA studio. Rob Stone, Casey Jacobson for Bill Raftery.
We always talk about your defense, but generally you turning people over. I was so impressed, and I'm sure you were, about the ability to contain penetration and take away threes in a sense.
That was a big key because they were running actions just to get downhill. Thought our guys did a good job of going home at the appropriate time. It was a bizarre first half offensively because we shot 4 twos and 26 threes. But our guys did a good job of continuing to get to actions, get high-quality shots, and Cam did a great job orchestrating stuff out there.
Cam's pretty special on his birthday as well. Stevie Mitchell making threes. Nice addition.
Stevie Mitchell was terrific, and when teams play him like that, our mentality is, hey, take whole shots, no half shots. And he did that tonight.
How about Ben Gold, too? I mean, he played terrific. He gives you that. It's a new dimension for you, isn't it?
Very happy for him. You know, he's had some rough games, but he's stuck with it mentally. His teammates love him. We support him. And I thought he was really efficient tonight.
Congratulations. See you next week.
Thanks, Ralph.